All rise. No, please. Be seated, everybody. Please be seated. Now, stop shoving. No cross talking. The program's about to begin while I'm programming you. Welcome back to Outer Heaven, where we 1A about our 2A all day the safe way. I am the Outlaw, and I'll be taking it through with you again today on a lovely product that I've been digging on for a couple weeks now. But before we get started, why don't you go ahead and do me a favor and hit that like button? And if you haven't been here before, maybe on the subscribe action too. But anyway, I do it for you guys to bring these reviews on these products with an unbiased, honest, straightforward opinion. That way you can decide what you are looking to purchase and why not. So today on the agenda is going to be the performance compensator for the Springfield Echelon from RDI Arms. RDI Arms is a relatively new one-man show out of Idaho, doing all American-made products like the one you're going to see here today. And what lovely products does he do make? That's for sure. So the RDI Performance Comp is coming in at $110 shipped. And I know already people are like, oh, it's kind of expensive. Well, check it out. The Harrington is $89.99. And we were getting about an average on the Mantis, about a 29% reduction in muzzle rise using the Harrington Arms compensator. The Rook Precision, we got about, I personally got about 31% in that area average for muzzle rise reduction. This, we're looking at 38% with, 124 grain or so, or 115 grain. And I was getting upwards of 41% and above using jagged hollow point self-defense ammo and stuff like that. So, I mean, for $20 extra comparatively, you're getting, anywhere from 9 to 12, 13% more effectiveness in reducing muzzle rise, and it really shoots very soft with these really large size side ports too. So, this is an all aluminum compensator that comes in at about 25 grams. And with a hard coat type 3 anodized finish on it. Make sure you're getting no wear and or make sure it's nice and durable for the elements and all that shooting you're going to do with it. It does add 1¼ inches to the end of the Echelon, so it is one of the longer comps on the menu. It is just the same size as the Rook Precision. This one seems to have a little bit better of a seamless look with the Echelon comparatively, in my opinion anyway. And the reason why the comps are kind of longer on the Echelon anyway is because of its threaded barrel. The shoulder on the threaded barrel is longer than most others, and that was because Springfield and HS Products, they designed it around suppressor use and not so much compensator use. So it is a little difficult to make them much shorter than that because of the length of the shoulder. So anyway, this is a performance compensator for the Echelon, and let me start by saying too that I am affiliated with RDI Arms. I help them with design, consultation, and prototype testing, but in no way am I biased towards this product, and I'm going to tell you how it is and how it's been. So, first off with the looks, it looks great. I mean, it's really just a seamless projection, or a seamless end to the Echelon. It does have 3 ports, 2 side ports that are angled and tapered off, and they have a unique shape to them, which really actually helps a lot. And then it has this large volume top port, which is fairly big. A lot bigger than any of the other compensator ports that are on the market right now. And a big thing that makes his comps different than a lot of other companies is that he actually spent some good time on the geometry of the chamber of the comp itself, and he adds like channels and grooves where in order to divert the gases cleanly through to the ports, where a lot of other companies, they just have a chamber of multitude different sizes, with the gas just seemingly having to find the ports on its own accord. And I'll tell you that with a lot of experience with compensators and shooting a lot of different compensators, that these added grooves and this added geometry to the chamber actually does make a difference. It makes quite a difference. A difference that I can feel, and also a difference that you can see. This comp generally stays a lot cleaner than some of the other ones on the market, and it's directly because of the grooves and the channels inside the chamber. So this is, like I said, is a little bit longer comp with a very large port, but as far as reliability goes, I have been 100% with this, and that is with 115 grain, 124 grain, the works, jacket and hollow points, full metal jacket, and I haven't had any failures with it at all. No failure to feed, no failure to eject. In fact, I've had a better ejection pattern using this compensator with much larger ports than I have with any other compensator. I have a lot of the comps for the Echelon. I tend to see that my brass is bouncing off the window of my optic as the slide's going forward back in the battery. With this comp, I get flung brass at 3 or 4 o'clock almost every time, and it flings it nice and high too. So, and it's a direct cause of the geometry of the chamber and how he designed that. And so it really helped. And this Echelon runs great with this thing, and it's super flat and super soft, as you're seeing in some of this B-roll footage. But the finish on it is really nice. The geometry on it all over is just really nice. The design is stellar. From all angles, it looks great. It looks like it belongs there. I've been calling it the Black Mamba comp, because I think a lot of his comps have a very snaky reptile look to them, which is pretty cool. And especially doing photographs out here in the jungle of Oregon, it definitely has kind of like a dinosaur look to it. Obviously, yeah, empty, so we're good to go on that. Always keeping it safe. So the numbers, performance-wise, this comp is fantastic. I can't integrate that enough. It is the softest, flattest shooting comp on the market, with an average of 35 to 38% reduction in muzzle rise using standard 124 grain ammo. And I saw upwards of 41 to 42% average using plus P, jacket and hollow points and such like that. I have my fastest, most accurate bill drill using this comp right here, and that was a 1.9 second bill drill with all hits center mass high in the heart zone where you want them, all 6 of them, and I was just stoked about that. I do a lot of accelerator drills too, and I just seem to stay really on point using this comp, especially with the 14.5 pound spring. Now, I have used it with the factory spring and I had no problems with the factory spring, but when I wanted to experiment a little bit and started using the 14.5 pound spring with a Rook Precision no twist guide rod, I really found the sweet spot with this comp, and it's the best of both worlds of cycling a little faster, but with just less felt recoil. It's just a lot softer and flatter than that 14.5 pound spring. It's really just the sweet spot on it, and I think it's best running on that, and that's how I usually run it. The 12 pound spring seems to get a little more felt recoil, obviously, and I haven't been able to stay quite on track with it. But this 14.5 pound spring has been fantastic. The dot barely moves it, and it's nice and straight through. These side ports really put in a lot of work. They're a difference of like 30% in the side-to-side action on the muzzle of the gun, and I stay on straighter, and the dot's just right back to it, right back, and it's only lifted just the slightest amount, and then I'm always centered right back on that target. So this is a fast comp. And that's what it's for. It is for performance. So anybody who's looking for like a carry comp or anything like that, this is quite geared towards that. even though it is reliable enough too. But this thing is mainly for that performance end of things, and that's where it shines, and that's what it does best. I will have a link in the description for RDI Arms. Go check his website out. He also does some really awesome Canic compensators, which is what he started on. And he really does. There's some of the best compensators for the Canic series on the market for sure. He's also just released an M&P comp and obviously the Echelon comp. Got some other things in the works coming out soon. So stay tuned for that kind of stuff, and stay checking on his website for all kinds of upcoming fashionable things from RDI Arms. But I hope you like this video. I give this comp way more than 2 more thumbs up, and it's just a beast. It really puts in a lot of work, and I freaking love shooting this gun with this comp on it. But that's going to be about it for me on this one. I am the Outlaw, and I am out of here. And don't forget, folks, not going to have anything left if you keep giving up your rights. So let's keep it 2A all day, the safe way.